Medicine. Throughout the childhood, child may require one or other form of the medications. Like the first 1 year of life, child require vitamin D to be given daily. Some form of the medication like the nasal spray, some form of the medication like the ear drop, some form of the medication like the rectal suppositories. One or other form may be required to give to the child. How to give this one, that I am going to demonstrate in this video. I am going to tell you starting from buying the medicine to the storing the medication and actually giving to the medicine to the child. All these things I am going to discuss in this full video. Watch this video till end, it will be quite useful to you. For the rectal suppository insertion, I have already prepared videos that you can watch that one so you know how to insert the rectal suppositories. Welcome friends, I am Dr. Nilesh Panchal, specialist pediatrician. I wish this video will be useful to you. Now you have consulted the doctor, you receive the prescription, you will go to the pharmacy, pharmacist will give you the medication. Now what are the steps you have to do before receiving the medications? First of all, you check the medicine name, whether it is the same medicine which pharmacist has given. Sometime pharmacist might have changed the trade name, like suppose doctor has written the Adol or the Panadol, pharmacist might have given the Crocin. So you just recheck with him whether it is the same medicine and in the same concentration. That is very important. Second thing, you will check the expiry date of the medication. If by mistake pharmacist has given the expired medication, then it can cause serious harm to the child. Next step is the amount of the medication, duration of the medication, and how many times in a day you have to give the medications. Regarding the amount of the medication, it can differ as per the form of the medication. Children medications are available in the drops form, syrup form, tablet form, and the suppository form. Generally, the concentration of the medicine is much more in the drops form. What is concentration? Concentration means how much is the medicine in 1 ml, how much is the medicine in 5 ml, like that. I will give you an example. Paracetamol drops which is available, in the drops there is 100 mg paracetamol in 1 ml. If you buy the syrup paracetamol, there is 125 mg in 5 ml. There is another form available which is 250 mg. So there is a 250 mg paracetamol in 5 ml. So as per the doctor's advice, doctor has set the dose as per the baby's weight. Suppose your baby's weight is 8 kg and you want to give the Adol or paracetamol drops, then the dose will become 1.2 ml because 15 mg per kilogram is a paracetamol dose. But the same medicine, if you want to give in the syrup form, the dose is 125 mg in 5 ml. So if you want to give drops form, then you have to give 1.2 ml, but if you have to give the syrup form, then you have to give it 5 ml. So when you purchase the medicine from the pharmacist, check all these things. Second thing, many doctors write down the medicine in the form of drops, like the 10 drops 3 times a day. But you know, most of the dropper doesn't have the marking of the drops. Then how to know? So 1 ml contains 20 drops. So doctor has written 10 drops, that means you have to give 0.5 ml. Suppose doctor has written 15 drops, then the dosage will be 0.7 ml. This is one of the dropper. You can see the markings on it. It is 0.25 ml, 0.5 ml, 0.75 ml and the 1 ml. Later on, we will see how to use the dropper to give the medicine to the child. Some doctors write down the medicine in the spoon form, like the 1 spoon, 2 spoon, 3 spoon, like that. So in the spoon also, 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 ml and 1 tablespoon is 15 ml. Generally in India, doctors write the teaspoon, so it is a 5 ml. There are various measuring tools are available to check whether it is 2.5 ml or a 5 ml. So if doctor has written half spoon, that means it is 2.5 ml. If doctor has written 1 spoon, then it is a 5 ml. That is for the teaspoon which doctors in India commonly writes. This is another device by which you can measure the medication. In some of the medicine box, there is a spoon also. On the spoon it is written 2.5 ml or the 5 ml. So you have to fill the medicine till that, so that it will be measured as a 2.5 ml or the 5 ml. Now next point is how many times in a day you have to give. So certain medications you have to give twice a day, certain medication you have to give 3 times a day, and some medication maybe 4 times in a day. So that you have to recheck and you have to write down on the box of the medicine, so that you know that this medicine we have to give 2 times or this medicine we have to give 3 times. Next point is how many days you have to give. Like the certain medication has the specific course of the medication. Like the antibiotic generally requires 7 to 10 days of the course. Now which are the form of the medication? Like some medications are available in the syrup form and some medicines are available in a suspension form. What is the difference between two? Syrup means that medicine is equally distributed in that solution. So you have to just mildly shake so that it will form the good medication you can give to the child. But some medicines are available in a suspension form. What do you mean by suspension? Suspension means the medicine is suspended throughout the solution, so that if this medicine stays vertically for a longer time, then the medicine will go down and settle down at the bottom. So this type of the medication will require the good shaking. So you have to shake it well, so that this medicine will be get throughout equally distributed in the solution. If you will not shake that medicine well, then what will happen? That top portion is the only liquid and the bottom is the medicine. So that if you will just give the upper part, then child will not receive any medication. So the effectiveness of the medicine will not be there. Most of the antibiotics are available in a powder form. There will be the small powder at the bottom of the bottle. You have to add the water in it. There will be specific marking on it. So you have to add the water till that marking. Many times there is water specifically come with the medicine bottle itself. If it doesn't came, then you have to boil the water at home, let it cool down, then you will add the water in that bottle up to the marking, then you will shake it well, so that it will form the suspension. Most of the antibiotic will form the suspension. So whenever you have to give, like in the morning you have given and now it is evening, so at that time you have to shake it well, so that the medicine will be throughout inside the bottle. Now important thing, whenever you start giving the medicine to the child, whenever you have opened that medicine, you always write the date and time on it, so that you know that when this medicine was opened. So in the future, whenever you want to give, then you know that whether this medicine is still usable or not. After administering or after giving the medicine to the child, some medication you have to keep in the freeze. So you have to always check on the box whether it is mentioned that you have to keep in the freeze or not. Most of the antibiotic medicine requires to put in the freeze. If you will put that medicine outside, then it will lose its potency. Now I am going to demonstrate that how to give the oral medicine in one of the toy. What is oral medicine? Oral medicine means which is given through the mouth. Those are known as oral medicine. It can be drops, it can be a syrup, or it can be a tablet as well. Some medicines are known as a nasal medicine. Nasal medicine means which you have to either spray into the nose or putting the drops in the nose. Some medicines are the ear drops, so that drops you have to put in the ear. So now I will demonstrate how to give the oral medicine specifically to the smaller, younger infant, like the newborn to the 1 year age group. Most of the medicine in the drops form or the syrup form is available with the child restraint lock. How it looks like? If you will see on the top, you can see this is a child restraint lock. Now I will show you how to open it. First you have to press the down, then you have to turn it so that it will open. So this is a child restraint lock. Now I will show you how to fill the medicine. First you have to press the bulb of the dropper. With pressing you have to put it into the bottle. Then you have to fill it till the medicine advice. 1 ml, 0.5 ml, 7.5 ml, whatever dose is advised, till that you have to fill that one. There are many other measuring devices are also available. I will show you another measuring device. This is a one type of the syringe where there are markings on it. First you will put it into the bottle, then suppose if you want to give 1 ml, then you just pull it up to the 1 ml. So now you can see that there is a 1 ml in the syringe. This is another measuring device where you can see on the left hand side the marking in the teaspoon form, and right hand side you can see the marking in the ml form. So you can measure either 1/4 spoon, half spoon, 3/4 spoon, as well as the 2.5 ml, 5 ml and 10 ml medicine. This is another measuring device. You can see the marking in the form of 2.5 ml, 7.5 ml, 12.5 ml. If you rotate this cup, then you can see the other marking as well, like 4 ml, 8 ml, 10 ml, 2 ml, 6 ml, 10 ml. Like that you can measure the quantity which is advised by the doctor. This is our baby. First I will show you the general technique which mothers does, and because of that child sometimes vomit it out. So many mothers directly put the medicine through the dropper on the lip or on the tongue of the baby. If you will put directly on the lip or the tongue, child might vomit out that medicine. Now I will show you the correct technique how to give the medicine to the baby. First you have to raise the baby up to 35 or 40 degree. You have to keep the baby little elevated. Never give the medicine in the lying down position. Then you take the medicine. Then you have to give the medicine through the baby's inner side of the cheek. The medicine should go through the wall of the cheek so that it will go like with the saliva, so that baby will not feel the vomiting sensation and child will easily take that medication. I hope this video must have changed your practice to giving the medicine to the child and how safely and effectively we can give the medicine to the child. You put any comments, queries that what is changed, so that I know that whether this video is useful to you or not. Share with young parents, young mothers who doesn't know how to provide the medication to the child. If you like this video, then you can press the like button. You can subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you very much.